Alright. Me too, I think, yeah. Okay. Alright. Let me get a thing here. Just make that big. Okay. Hello? Sorry, I'm back. I had to go get my phone charger. Hello, Naruto boy. Hello, FNAF Goals account. What is up? What is up? I'm actually really excited. I hope we get, like, good information. I don't really remember anything from the last interview, to be honest. Alright, we can get rid of this. How is everybody doing? How do I like have to, oh wait. I think I know how. Okay. 15 minutes. How do I make sure that, what is it, window capture or display capture? I assume it's window capture. Hold on. Okay, let's see if that works. It does, but why is there a black bar? Can I fix that? No. Why is there a black bar? What if I wait? Oh, wait. What? Bro! Okay, I don't know how to fix that. I am legally a potato. Really? It's kind of crazy. Oh wait, stretch to screen. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wait, why does it look retarded? I mean, dumb. I forgot I can't. Whoops. How does that look? Okay, that looks good. That's fine. That's perfect. There we go. Perfect. I'm hyped up. How long is this song? The song's been going on for like 87 hours. It's 31 minutes long. Yeah, we're not listening to all that. We're not listening to this either. Is there like, is there any good FNAF World OSTs? Hi, hello. I'm glad FNAF Reborn is back. Me too. I'm excited. Why is it buy 2024 epic version on my page? That's kind of crazy. FNAF itself is back, bro. I'm excited. Look at the chat. Scott is a good person. Scott is a bad person. How? Damn, I'm so excited. Scott is a Sigma toilet. Okay, this shot is crazy. I might have to turn. I might have to. How do I? Oh, okay. Five Nights TD on Roblox. What is Five Nights at TD? What does TD stand for? I don't. Unless it's. I don't think I fit it, though. 11 minutes! Let's go! Oh, Tower Defense, Tower Defense. No, I haven't played that. I heard about it, though. I hope that FNAF Reborn does really well because it's a great show. Thank you. I hope so, too. I think it will. I think it'll do fine. I have hopes. See, this is an actual... I love this OST. This OST is good. WOST. Oh. WOST. What was that? The FNAF song is official. Okay, I'm not watching this. Never mind. 10 minutes! What should we do in the meantime? Oh wait, I forgot. Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, my bad. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. But yeah, I hope that lore questions are answered. I doubt they will. I'm pretty. He's probably gonna keep them to himself. But I don't know. Why is he so buff in the thumbnail? Why is he? Why is he? I'm going to Disneyland right now. That's sick. I've always wanted to go there. Is the story going off where you ended it, or is it going to be a new story? I'm watching you in a van. That's crazy. I don't know. Should I answer that? It's gonna be. It's a full-on reboot. It's gonna be a new story. But I was thinking that I could continue it if everybody wanted, because I still have the world. I'm pretty sure, unless it got deleted. But yeah, it's gonna be a full-on reboot. The pizzeria that we're building is almost done. So I'll probably drop something soon. Probably an actual trailer. You should definitely consider continuing the old story. Probably. I'll probably continue it at some point. 7 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. I was watching back the old Reborn episodes with my friend because, I don't know, I guess we were just bored. But we were rewatching all of them, and I'm not gonna lie, rewatching them like a year later is like so, like, in my opinion, the episodes like suck. They're terrible. But I really appreciate you guys, bro. Thank you guys, man. I really want the next... I really want the reboot to be, like... I want it to be great. I want it to be... perfect. Spot on. And that's... So... And that's what I'm gonna do. I've watched you since the beginning. Thank you, bro. I love the episodes. I was excited at every single thing. My favorite episode? What was my favorite episode? Let me see. I want to see what my favorite episode was. I don't know. They're all pretty bad. I'm gonna say probably the FNAF 2 finale. Probably the death of William Afton is my favorite. Oh, that or the backstory of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That one was also really good. I just realized I have so many. Why do I have so many? Okay, never mind. I loved all the episodes. This episode was terrible. I might private this. This episode was so bad. He Always Comes Back was terrible. I hate. That's my least favorite episode. Actually, no, that's not my least favorite episode. My least favorite episode is probably episode 3. But yeah. 5 minutes. Let's go. I'm so excited. I'm actually so excited. I'm probably gonna stream the new FNAF game too when it comes out. Oh, I was going. Apparently there's like a real-time Five Nights at Freddy's game that I was gonna stream and try and beat, which is kind of crazy. Yo, what's up, Ember? I'm also super excited. Yes. But yeah, I'm probably gonna stream the real-time game, try and beat it, you know. 24-hour stream. Just kidding, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a 24. I don't think I'll ever do a 24-hour stream unless I'm like 18 years old. Actually, not even that. I just don't. I'm never gonna have the time to do a 24-hour stream. Unless YouTube is my job. But I doubt it will be. 4 minutes. Should I turn off the music? I'm gonna turn off the music. What's the next one? What? Okay. I guess it just doesn't exist. Okay. Okay, this is actually kind of sick. 3 minutes. Let's go! Let's go! Oh! What do you think the collab announcement is gonna be tomorrow? Chat. Guys. Whoever's watching. If it was a 24-hour stream, I would be interested in a lot. When does FNAF Into the Pit come out? You need to play it. It comes out in 4 days on the 8th. August 8th. It comes out. I'm pretty sure. Fortnite, I think they're clapping was Fortnite. I hope so. That would be sick. That's what everyone wants, it seems. Nobody wants Stumble Guys, and I don't either. Stumble Guys is terrible. I'm sorry. I'll be at Disneyland by the time Into the Pit comes out. That's actually sick. I love Disneyland. Well, I've never been there, but I want to love it. I'm turning off the music. 2 minutes. Look at the chat. Everyone's going crazy. I was here. Daco, OMG. Are you ready for Freddy? I was here. Thank you, Scott. 2 hours of sleep. Let's go. Lucky? For real. We love you, Scott. Scott's the GOAT, bro. 1 minute. Oh, shit. Alright. Turn off this chat. I can't go in full screen, never mind. Okay, now I put it in full screen. That's kind of nuts. It's super stressful. We had to wake up at 6 in the morning. I think. Me and my family used to go to North Carolina for vacation, and when we did, we had to wake up at like 3 in the morning. I was so tired. I fell asleep for like 3 hours in the car. Not even 3. Probably like half the car right now, honestly. Which the drive to North Carolina from here is like 12 hours. You have to play FNAF. I wanted to. I've been playing it. I could stream it if you guys want. One more minute. Let's go. Oh. Is the quality good? Is everything good? Can you guys can hear me well? Hopefully. Oh, here we go. And I got an ad immediately. The video just started and I got an ad! We can hear you loud and clear. Hope I didn't fall asleep. Thank you guys so much, bro. Just for sticking with me. I appreciate it. Bro, you made us wait. Okay, whatever. Never mind. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Can you hear the video well? I don't know. I don't know what volume to put the video at. I'll put it there. Just let me know if the audio is good. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, Daco is really loud, so I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit more. There we go. Let's go. 40 seconds. I inject FNAF lore to my body. Me too. Sometimes. Let's go. I love FNAF Reborn, dude. I love it. You're more likely the person with the best FNAF story. Don't say that. The pals? Oh my gosh! Bro! Let's go. I'm locked in. I'm actually so excited. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Taco, good to see you again.
I'm excited too, bro. FNAF Reborn World and New Story be like the FNAF movie. A little. Not really, but a little, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say yeah, a little bit. It doesn't have any of the same characters besides the animatronics, obviously. And it's sort of based around it. Is all I'll give away. Wait, he recorded this a couple months before? That's crazy. Can you please turn off the volume? Yeah.
It doesn't. How long did you say?
How's that?
6 years ago? That's hard to believe. That's impossible to believe.
I know, right? I've actually got a song for you that I'm going to play for you to celebrate the 10-year anniversary.
Okay, no, this is getting things off to a kind of an awkward start, but I'll let you go on ahead.
Okay. Are you
No, wait,
ready
you're
for
gonna be performing. Wait, you're gonna be performing this yourself, or is something recorded?
this? I've got the harmonica right here.
Oh, a harmonica. Okay, my
I've
favorite.
been practicing this song for over 32 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Come on now, you started this.
Right. Okay.
Let's go.
Ready? I'm really good. I'm really good.
Now, I will admit that I couldn't actually hear that. I don't know if I don't know if your thing was cutting the audio out.
Well, I actually played a spell.
It's crazy.
Oh,
The spell is from 1864 by a wizard named Dewey Muscrew.
I love to voice act Chica, but I don't know if I have the time for it, which makes me a bit sad. Even if I get to roll, I hope that I will have time.
jeez, now I thought we talked about this in advance. Now listen, this is a bad idea to start talking about. All right, well here you have to give me specific questions. and I'll see what I can answer for you.
I was joking.
But I make no promises.
Scott, tell me what's in the box.
Wow, just direct,
Yeah.
just out and direct, just like that.
Yeah.
Well, look, okay, it's the 10-year anniversary, okay, and even though I like to be elusive, I like to kind of tease the fan base. I like to, and I do like there to be an air of mystery about things. Sometimes I do let things go on for too long, and I understand that sometimes things become not fun anymore, and things can become.
He's not gonna tell us what's in the box, bro. He's not.
So okay, I think as the 10-year
He's not.
anniversary is upon us, I will give this as my gift to the fan base on this 10th anniversary. What's in the box is
Oh my god.
and that's about it.
Bro.
And that's it, man.
Bro!
So like we've been speaking about, 10 years of Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a crazy amount of time. I can't believe we're still here. It's been such a journey. So I just wanted to ask you, do you have a high
Dude.
for the whole 10 years of Five Nights at Freddy's since 2014?
I think there have definitely been a lot of satisfying moments. Like obviously, if whenever one of the new games would come out and it would be positively received, that was obviously a huge relief. You know, there's never been any goal other than just giving everybody what they were really hyped up about. Because you know, when you see everybody getting hyped up and getting excited, if suddenly something comes out that just is a big letdown, there's no greater fear, I think, for the game developer. So that was always satisfying and a relief. But I think the biggest highlight was probably just going to the movie theater to watch the movie when it finally came out, because you know, behind the scenes of all of the games throughout the years and behind the scenes of all the books being written and everything else, there was always the movie.
W.
The movie was
Riz.
just a slow burn project, even just starting as late as
Okay.
2014. So that has been in the background, being, you know, progressing for almost the entirety of not almost the entirety of that first 9 years. So to be able to actually go sit in the theater and hear the reaction from everybody and hear the fans really enjoy it, that was definitely that was definitely a moment of just real happiness for me, I think.
Literally 9 years, you know, having ups and downs, you know, getting the script right as well. I know you've said on post before you've had so many scripts made for the movie.
The movie needs to be... It needs to be scarier, bro.
That was one of the scripts, so...
Yeah.
That wasn't scary enough.
Yeah, I can imagine how...
My favorite game was FNAF 1. Yeah, it did start all of it. How was your sleep? How was your guys' sleep? It was good. I didn't want to fall asleep. I love FNAF. I have a VR. There is a game called The Rec Room that you can make your own room. And my whole room is FNAF theme. FNAF's goated.
Believe it, and we didn't even make the games. We've been there since, you know, basically day one. But we all said, like, imagine how Scott's feeling right now. You know, just sitting down and seeing it actually, you know, on the big screen. It must be a crazy feeling.
W, for real.
And now that I've been through the process, you know, I can tell you that it's a miracle that any movie gets made. Just being through that process, just how many wheels have to be turning at the same time. And how many things, and even though this process took a long time for me, you know, Hollywood works at just blazing speed, where there's 100 things happening at the same time, and it's a miracle if these things get coordinated. And sometimes things don't work out, but sometimes they do.
So is mine.
On the day that I was driving to New Orleans, and the shooting was supposed to start the next day, on that drive, I was on the phone. It was like a 5-hour drive from where I was. I was on the phone the entire time trying to finish contracts and finish negotiating points, because there were still open items with there were still things that needed to be resolved with Universal, Blumhouse, the Actors Guild, the Writing Guild. There were just Louisiana. There were all of these things, and any one of them not being settled properly would mean we couldn't start filming. And all of those conversations were happening at the same time, and all of them depended on one of the other ones. And so that was a very stressful drive.
I think I started playing FNAF in 2016.
There's a million things happening at once.
Yeah, 2016 and 2015,
It
yeah.
was definitely a whirlwind. But to see
That
all
is
those
not
pieces
episode 2.
coming
That
into
is not
place,
episode 2.
yeah, it was pretty remarkable.
My whole room is free.
And yeah, like you were saying, just all of the scripts, starting just with 2015. There were a couple of deals that weren't very good that I'm very fortunate didn't pan out. But then, whenever I was with Warner Brothers briefly, that was a good deal, and I was very, very grateful to have that. But even that, whenever the stars seemed to have aligned, things just didn't work out there either. And so I was really fortunate to meet up with Jason Blum. And
This is the longest answer of all time.
They had a lot of faith in the project, and they were.
Can you ask the next question, please?
Things, sometimes to a fault, because lots of times I would throw things out and want to start over. But they were with me the whole journey. They were with me, and they believed in the vision. Everybody just had the fans at heart. That's all anybody wanted to do. Everybody was just making sure that every part of the movie would be something that the fan base would look at and recognize or relate to or connect with. And I think in the end we were able to accomplish that. And I'm just really happy with that. And I think we landed with just the perfect cast, which, again, that almost didn't happen either. There were a couple of instances where someone else was about to get a part, and then something would happen that would make that not work out, and then someone would step in. And I've said this to.
Have you ever watched FNAF flicks?
My contacts at Blumhouse numerous times just over this last 6 months, even since the movie came out, thinking, aren't we glad that we got like Josh Hutcherson for this role?
Yes.
Isn't it great?
He was great.
Elizabeth Lee.
No, she was terrible.
Isn't it awesome? We had Matthew Lillard for this role.
Yes.
Isn't it great? We ended up with Piper Rubio for this role. Like,
yes.
Every single person that we ended up with was just absolutely
not Vanessa. Why was she there?
And everybody was just a delight to work with. Once again, since I'm new to kind of the film industry, I got to talk to people about their other experiences on other projects, and it can be really scary because usually, from what I understand, every production has one member of the cast or one person on staff or just one person that causes problems or something like that. We didn't have anything like that. Nothing like that. Everybody was just
for real.
They were just a joy to work with, and getting to go to filming was.
You think he's going to talk about?
So it was a really fun
Bonnie,
and in the end,
and like how Bonnie was the one Scott dreamed of.
Its place could have been improved.
Wasn't that in the last interview? I don't think so.
Emma and Jason Blum would definitely chat about that.
No, he hasn't. They're talking. They've just been talking about the movie for now. He hasn't said anything about the games.
So lots of good things to look forward to, I think.
Apparently, he says what's in the box later on, though.
Yeah, you're right about the fan reaction. The fans absolutely loved it.
Which would be crazy. That would actually be insane.
It's so exciting, and I'm so glad it's actually happening as well. So yeah, exciting times. So yeah, he said that you've got a highlight of the 10 years of FNAF. If you could go back and change one thing in those 10 years, do you have anything that you would change? You can't say the box.
Don't.
The one thing I would change, I wish I could go back and have one more shot at
delete security breach.
I really, really do.
No. Oh.
I know it still would probably definitely.
Yeah, it's just DACA.
In the series.
It's like the first one.
Doubt. And maybe
I didn't see the last one.
Still have been a poor decision in general, but there were just a lot of bad decisions made at the beginning of that project that doomed it from the start. Like, I was making it with mobile in mind, so it was a really slow resolution. I was thinking about it as a game on the phones. I tried to make the whole game on one frame in Click Team Fusion. That just means I wasn't allowing it to be as big as it could have been. I was trying to cram it all together for my own convenience. There were just several decisions that were made that really hindered that. And also, I was in a rush because I was getting a little arrogant, thinking that, hey, anything I make is going to be gold, and I definitely ate some humble pie with that really, really quick, and I learned that is not the case. And so I've tried to be very careful to not make that mistake again after that. But yeah, if I could go back and change one thing, I wish I could maybe work with a different developer and just really make it a
you should change. You should make Security Breach
really good,
more scary. That's what you should change.
Help me with those graphics.
FNAF World was fun. I never played it.
Could have been a good game. Who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line, if I get really antsy about it and have a lot of free time on my hands, maybe FNAF 2 or FNAF World 2 might be a thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You could still get a different company to do a FNAF World game. It's not over yet.
Oh, he's teasing it. He's teasing it.
I think it is so underrated, and I always say FNAF World is underrated. I love it so much. It's just a charm to it. I really do, and I know you don't like it, but I absolutely love it, man. I really do. I love everything about it.
It looks so goofy.
If I had allowed myself to work on it for one more year, just like really double its development cycle and let it be a high-res game, I bet it would.
What are you trying to go for?
Like I said, who knows? Maybe
For the new story. Sad, happy, scary. Sad and scary.
The Amazing Steel Wool Studios. That was the next game after all.
I want it to be sad and I want it to be scary. But with a little bit of like I want it to be funny too.
What has it been like working with Steel Wool? Were you nervous about it? Because I know it's a big thing to, you know, give a company your baby basically and let them, you know.
Oh my god. The first Help Wanted was so fun.
How was it the first time letting someone else work on FNAF?
Yes, exactly, Neri.
I was really nervous.
Thinking same brave,
I
same, yeah.
Doing it by myself, even after I had the financial ability to pay other people. Again, I wasn't in that mentality of being able to do that. So even though I could have done that, I was still doing things just all by myself, all the way through Pizzeria Simulator.
Yeah.
But by then it was I knew that it was getting too much for me. I knew that I had to find another partner for it, and I was scared of that because, you know, there are stories all over the internet available about just games that went completely wrong because of games being mismanaged in the hands of, you know, development companies.
Telepathy.
And I'm sure that all of their pitches on the surface would have sounded the same, but I really got lucky.
Let's make a FNAF
For that reason,
Reborn
I really feel like I did
telepathy
well,
short.
because whereas I probably could have accidentally ended up with
Like those other goofy YouTube shorts.
I didn't. I think I really honestly believe that I landed with the best, just one of the best development companies. They've been just a pleasure to work with, and they've done a really great job.
Yeah, go ahead.
This last one they did.
Keep asking me the questions.
So much fun. So much fun.
I'm gonna send you something on Discord. All right.
I think that might be one of the. I think that might be my favorite thing that they've made was Ruin, and the things that they have planned, which I'm not going to talk about right now.
FNAF Ruin was good. Ruin was good.
Planned are really exciting too. So, yeah, I've been really happy. It's been a really good experience. Well, I'll tell you, on Help Wanted. Well, I was going to throw in. I'm happy with how Help Wanted come out.
Yes.
Because at the time, and I don't have this thing where I don't have a 3D, I don't have a VR setup anymore. But whenever the first Help Wanted came out, I did have a VR setup. So I was able to beta test, and of course I was leading the charge to want to beta test my own games. I got into the Funtime Auditorium and and I noped out of it. I took the headset off, and I immediately got on the phone with Steel.
That's crazy.
I'm not going to test it. You test it. You're going to test it. You'll find someone else to test it. I didn't even get jump scared by Foxy. I was just in there in the darkness, and I knew I wasn't going to do it. And I never played it again. I never played Help Wanted, and I never played Help Wanted 2 either. And I'm not going to.
People need to understand it though, right? Because in the past, like when I've obviously done videos,
All right.
Help Wanted,
Let me see.
I get a comment saying like, "Oh, it's not that scary. You're overreacted. It's not that bad." But you don't know until you've literally put on the headset, right?
Yeah.
It's completely different. You know, just watching it from a screen is compared to having the actual headset on. It's terrifying.
Yeah, completely different experience.
My other question, Glitch Trap is one of my favourite characters in FNAF now. I absolutely love Glitch Trap. What are your thoughts on Glitch Trap as a whole, with the development of Help Wanted?
I love the character, and I know that this is kind of one of the places.
I'm back.
where
Sorry.
I know there's a little bit of a divide with maybe me and the fan base. Or
Okay, let me read this.
I always lean sci-fi. I have a tendency to lean sci-fi, even though I try to come back into the roots of the supernatural instead. But I can't help my inclinations to lean sci-fi. So anything that involves possession of AI or possession of machines or circuitry, that I love that sort of thing. So I love the idea of Glitch Trap. I'm not a huge fan of the name. And here's the way that these things happen, okay? And this happened with Burn Trap too. Whenever I'm in the
Wait, what?
whenever I'm in the planning phase with Steel Wool, we come up with temporary names for these characters, you know? Whenever we're doing the pre-production document, I'll say, oh, well, he's glitchy, call him Glitch Trap. Oh yeah, he's burned, we'll just call him Burn Trap. But then those names get embedded in the source code because because they use those temporary names also. And once they're in the source code, and once someone finds them in the source code, that's it. Like that's the canon name now, and there's nothing I can do about it. And hopefully we're learning our lessons going forward to maybe find I don't know to just hone in on a better process there, because yes, I love the
All right,
character.
my
I'm
bad.
not a huge fan of the name, but it is what it is for now. You know, it's the name.
I love Glitchtrap's name. Can you think of a name, like, on the spot, like what you would want to call him or not?
Oh, I have no idea. But you know what? A good example is Nexus, from Ruin. Now, that was a character where, even in just my design...
Wait, that's a character?
I thought that.
I thought that was like a company.
I came up with that, and I'm really happy with it. I really like that name. It's a really cool name. But now, see, if I didn't have one of those ready to fire off, I might have thought up something like, I don't know, Purple Trap or AI Trap, or just something temporary, and then that would have been the canon name that would have been so much worse than Nexus. So
After Help Wanted, we got Security Breach. Were you happy with the release of Security Breach when it first came out?
Security Breach, there's a really big story behind that. That was definitely a challenging period, and a lot of things just didn't align up perfectly for that, and there were a lot of reasons for that. I mean, obviously, I hear lots of studios and things kind of blame COVID for stuff, but there is a reason for that. COVID.
FNAF Reborn, will the new story be like old animatronics go to a new Freddy Fazbear's, or the animatronics like stay at the old Freddy and it looks different?
Most, if not every, member of Steel Wool got scattered across the country, and we're trying to just carry on with the workflow. And it was just really difficult. I think that's really the only example when
they're gonna stay there
of how a game was going to go was misaligned with how things were going with Steel Wool.
Oh wait, no, I misunderstood the question. Sorry. Everything is gonna be different. It's like it's a completely different world, basically.
It had a very specific story in mind, and it is very different than the one that got in the game. And I think a part of that is the way that I conveyed that to Steel Wool. Because what I was trying to do was I was trying to tell Steel Wool to do specific things throughout the game, put specific items in specific places, have specific characters do certain things, meanwhile not telling them what the story plot was. Because in my head, I was thinking, okay, when people find this, they will connect this to this to this, and it will all be revealed. And I thought I could do that without telling Steel Wool the story plot. That didn't work out very well, because they got all of these pieces and they thought it was their job to connect them in a way that made sense. And so really what you ended up having were the same pieces, but telling completely different stories. And since I was trying to kind of tell a specific story with mine that went a certain direction, they were taking pieces I didn't fully understand and trying to craft a story out of. And again, I don't blame them for that. I blame myself for that, because I guess what I should have done is just said, hey, here's the story. Here's why these pieces are here. Here's how they're supposed to connect. And I can give you a really easy example for this. And I'm hesitant to say this because I don't like messing with the lore. But I think in this case, it's okay. When it comes to Burn Trap, originally, Burn Trap was never supposed to move. He was supposed to just be something you saw in the corners, or like if you were walking past the machinery, you might be able to peek in between two things and see him in the corner or propped up against a wall, almost like some kind of decaying movie prop, and you never fully understood what his purpose was. And he had
That's
a very
crazy
specific purpose, and I'm not going to say what that purpose was, but realistically, he never moved. Well, obviously, that's not what we got in Security Breach. In Security Breach, we got a capsule opening and purple smoke flowing out and him climbing out and coming to get you. And so it's just not quite the same thing. So, but anyway, it didn't turn out the way anybody wanted. But hey, whenever that happens, just like whenever, I stepped in it a little bit with FNAF World, me and Steel Wool got together, we were like, look, all that matters now is making things right by the fan base. That's all that matters. We all had the best intentions going on. We all wanted to make a good product, and we went in and we made Ruin for it, and I hope that redeemed the game, and I feel like it did, because I think it was really great. And yeah, and anything that we do going forward that continues that story or has those same themes, I think we're just going to be in a much better situation to continue on.
So, the Brood DLC came out
Yes.
a year ago now, which is crazy to think about. Time's going so quickly, and fan reaction to that was amazing. Everybody loved it, and everybody's looking forward to what's next. The ending of Ruin, with a specific character that came out, a new character into the games, the Mimic. Any thoughts on the Mimic?
I cannot share any thoughts on the Mimic other than
No!
I really like that character. This is a character that I really like and I'm really excited about. I think it's a really terrific antagonist.
No, I don't. Where's William?
Last we've seen of the Mimic. That's all I'll say.
Yes. With that, do you have a favourite character in the Steel era of games?
I mean, Music Man is too obvious of an answer, right? I mean, I think all those characters turned out great. In fact, I think that's why it's hard to pick a favorite because all of them turned out so well. You know, I've always really liked Vanny as a character. I don't think that Vanny.
Bro, she's
full
one of the worst characters.
So hopefully we'll see another opportunity for Vanny to return as well. We'll see.
Oh, she sucks.
Moving on to
Bro,
so
he's not on his deathbed. He always comes back.
We've been doing little summary videos on the channel with Fazbear Frights. That was all.
Make a Fazbear Frights game.
How has it been working on Fazbear Frights?
Wait.
It's actually really enjoyable. It's
Wait,
probably
what?
one of the most enjoyable
Oh, the books,
that
the
I do
books.
because,
Oh.
I just get to think up a really scary scenario, and then I create a 10 to 15 page story out of it, and then I have writers that.
Oh no, not Fazbear Fright. Family Diner. Where's the Family Diner game?
Fill it out and add the details and turn it into a full length story, and I get to kind of really see it come to life. So it's been really enjoyable, and that's something that I really enjoy. It's funny because it's one of those things where as long as I know that's something that's happening in my life, I might be at the gym or I might be watching a show, and then suddenly something will come to mind, and I'll be like, oh man, this is gonna make a great story, and I get right home and I start working on it.
Do you have a favourite story out of all of them?
I think my favorite story it's probably Bunny Call. I know that's kind of an oddball choice, but there's a reason for it because some of these stories are based on my real life experiences. Bunny Call is not completely made up. I used to take
What is
family
Bunny
to
Call?
a family summer camp. Okay, this is one of my two. This is my two oldest boys were maybe 11 and 12 at the time. Or no, I bet they were 13 or 14. It's hard to remember exactly when this was. But then I had younger two that were just babies still. And whenever we showed up at camp, and we were all in the auditorium signing up for activities, rafting and boating, one of the things you could sign up for was a panda call. Okay? And a panda call it's a very deceiving title, because what that meant is that early in the morning, a bunch of the camp counselors dressed as killer clowns would come into your cabin,
Four
scare
Sons.
the crap out of your kids to wake them up early and
Yeah, Scott.
their daily activities.
Scott, he must have been going at it.
My two oldest, Ian and Braden, my old beta testers, whenever they, all their lives testing my games, I signed them up for it. I thought, oh yeah, this will be kind of fun. It was kind of fun until the next morning started.
Are you going to make the story to FNAF Sister Location or FNAF Ruin?
And I realized they're out there somewhere.
What do you mean?
Like, this is happening right now. And I started listening for screams, and I started listening for noises, and I even snuck out and went outside, and it was dark, and there were crickets chirping, and I was looking around, and I just thought to myself, somewhere out here in the dark, in these trees, are a bunch of clowns, and they're coming to my cabin. and it was a really
The hell's
really
happening?
scary sensation.
Bro,
So I went
bro's living in a horror
outside,
movie.
I looked at my family sleeping. I looked at my baby sleeping, and my kids, then my wife, and I was like,
Oh, how far am I gonna go?
What have I done?
I don't know. Probably to
Of
FNAF
course
Sister
it ended up
Location.
not- Of course, it ended up not being a big.
But I said that last time, and then we ended at FNAF 3
There
episode
was
1. But
I said, I just said, never mind, you guys. And they
so
just-
I don't know how
so-
far.
So it wasn't a big deal, but it was still.
Kind of all just
still
depends
weird.
on when everyone
Like,
loses motivation.
Signed up for something that I'd regretted and I couldn't undo it. And so I based Bunny Call on that.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, it's not. He almost died.
Relatable stories. Do you have a relatable story with Fazgoo?
Listen, anytime there's a series of a whole bunch of different things, you're gonna have some that are great, and then some that's like, well, like what was going on with this? I don't know how to explain the Fazbear. I'm sure I had something in mind that was really great, but they can't all be winners. Now I will say a couple of the other ones that had real life connections. Sometimes you hear about people talking about their sleep paralysis demons or whatever. That's never really made sense to me, but now it kind of makes sense to me, and I don't know why it does. Yeah, every once in a while, a person you'll wake up, but you'll still be paralyzed in your sleep, and for some reason, I guess in that moment, you're still half dreaming, and so you have a tendency to still maybe see something before you fully wake up. And the blackbird creature was mine. That creature on the cover of Black
Wait,
is my sleep
can
paralysis demon, because I was on vacation
one of those
by
demons
myself,
hurt you?
and I don't know what the circumstances were. I feel like I was taking a midday nap, but I woke up with a jolt.
Or whenever they,
Split
or when,
second,
wait,
I
like
saw
I
things
don't
standing over me.
understand sleep
My body
paralysis.
was
Like I just don't
tingling.
get
I
it.
was just frozen up, and I was just so disoriented after that. But I never forgot that, and I knew immediately after that, it's like, I've got to get this into a story somewhere. Like this crazy looking creature.
Well, no, obviously it can't hurt you, but like can,
That is absolutely crazy.
like, does it move at all? I don't understand.
Paralysis, so I don't know what my creature would
Bye.
look like, but
Every.
it doesn't look like that.
I don't think it's a normal experience. I don't think it's an experience you should want to have. I don't
Yeah.
feel like it's a healthy thing. So if that hasn't happened to you, I think you're in a good place.
Do you have a least favorite story?
I don't know. I think it probably might be the Fazgoo. Or no, I mean, come on.
What is
It's the
Fazgoo?
one where the guy gets pregnant with.
The guy gets what?
Thinking about, again, that's one of those things where, oh man, this is gonna be.
What is going on with Five Nights at Freddy's, bro?
Just step back and look at it from afar, and you're like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And I swear I wasn't picking on MatPat. That wasn't a story designed with MatPat in mind. It really, really wasn't. Listen, whenever you're doing these stories for this long, eventually you just run out of names, and you're going to cover all the names,
Yeah.
Eventually I'll get around to Dawko, and so if you see Dawko in one of these stories, it's not something personal, it's just because I ran out of names,
I don't know, Dawko is a very specific name that you'd have to get to.
I probably have a few more to go through before I get to that, so you don't have anything to worry about.
When doing my summary videos, and I know a lot of people say the same, people who love to do
They can, but your muscles tense up and you
it
hallucinate.
is really relatable,
That's crazy.
right? And I know kids at school now read Fazbear Frights like they're Goosebumps books. And
I've never seen that. I've never seen a kid read a single Five Nights at Freddy's book.
Was Goosebumps. Would you ever think about or like the idea of Fazbear Frights ever being like a TV show like Goosebumps, where it's like a series of some of the best stories or something adapted?
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's something that can definitely happen. Especially now that the first movie came out and was successful. I think that really opens the door to lots of other potential opportunities. The only thing to be mindful of is I don't want to oversaturate the market and just create too much. And I think that sometimes we get a little bit of that where franchises have movies and too many TV shows, and it just kind of waters everything down. But I really do like that idea, and it is definitely something that could happen for sure.
Awesome. So the next segment is the FNAF movie. I've got some questions for you, Scott. First off, I absolutely loved the movie, as you know, and I know a lot of people did as well. The fans absolutely loved it. It did really well at the box office as well. Super successful. Congratulations.
That's insane.
Blumhouse, Universal.
That's actually insane.
So yeah, first question is, how was working on the first FNAF movie after waiting for so long, after announcing it back in 2015? Well, you emailed me back in 2015 about it. I still remember that email, but yeah, how was it?
It took a really long time to get off the ground, really just because of the screenplay. But after the screenplay was really locked in, from there, all the wheels started turning, all the engines fired, and it took off, and it was a really fun experience from there. And really the screenplay just had a lot of challenges because of what it was, and it's really, throughout all of those years, I worked with a lot of different directors, a lot of different writers, a lot of really talented people that eventually would end up leaving the project, but still really talented people. And it was really just a matter of there's just material that's difficult to translate to the screen. And one of the biggest issues is the animatronics, obviously being the monsters in the monster movie. If I were to approach any writer of a horror movie or any director and say, okay, here are your monsters. Go make a monster movie with them. That's easy. You give them all a night. You go in. You just make your generic slasher, but just have it be, Freddy, Bonnie, Cheek, and Foxy doing the slashing. The nuance here is that these animatronics are possessed by the spirits of kids, and these are innocent kids. These are victims themselves. So it's very, very difficult to still have a horror movie, still have those kills that you need, but still preserve the innocence of those kids. And it's a really difficult thing to do, and there were several screenplays that did not hit that mark.
Bro, just make William control them.
More cautious about that and more picky about that than anything else. If kind of the innocence of those spirits was not preserved properly, I wasn't gonna go forward with it. And so, one quick example is the way that we were able to have a couple of kills in the movie was obviously the vandals. We have a group of people who are breaking in, they're disrespecting the place, they're trashing the place.
I'll be back later.
Okay.
Okay.
Intentions, and
Toodles.
then you combine that with the fact that these animatronics are, the spirits in them are these kids that are basically very confused and lost, animals backed into a corner, and kind of left with this impression that adults are out to get them, and you have these violent adults breaking in. And so it allows you to have that kill count while still being like, well, I can kind of see.
Yo, what's up?
It was a tricky thing to do, but I think we were able to accomplish that.
Manipulated by William Afton as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. The drawing on the wall was also kind of this layer, this blanket of manipulation over them all. So all those things combined, you could see how these actions could happen, while it not necessarily being the fault of the kids.
With the fort scene as well, I loved the fort scene. I know some people were a bit confused by that, like why are they building a fort? But I got it straight away. You just want to show the audience that they're just kids, right? Were you happy with the first movie and how it came out?
Yes, I am very happy. I mean, look, anytime anybody, I think pretty much anybody who's been through
The movie
like
just
this
needed to be.
would
It
able to
needs to
look
be
back
scarier,
at
bro.
these kind of games too. You look back and be like, well, I wish I tweaked this. Well, maybe this could have been like this, or maybe this could have been like that.
It just
But yeah,
wasn't.
really
It
take a
wasn't
step back
scary
and look
enough.
at
It
as a
wasn't.
whole and where it came from, all the things that could have gone wrong, and all the things that went right.
You saw my
And
tweet.
just be really grateful that so many things just fell into place. And I can give you a really quick example of why I don't want to second guess too much. At the 11th hour of this movie coming together, we still really didn't have a music composer, and I really wanted an animated intro. I was really pushing to have that 8-bit animated intro, but we didn't have anybody, and really not really anybody, to have an idea of what kind of music we were looking for. 11th hour, Newton Brothers come in, and they write out that banger of a track, like absolute insane. Like I listened to that the first time, and I was like, wait a minute, do I have a theme song? Does Final Fantasy Freddy's have a theme song? And I called Emma Tammy on the phone. I was like, wait, do we have a theme song now? Like, I can't tell you how excited I was over that. And you better believe you're going to hear that again at the beginning of the second movie too. I mean, like that was just so incredible. The Newton Brothers just knocked that out of the park.
They did, bro.
So many
They
things
did.
right.
The Final Fantasy Freddy's movie.
I don't think I'm going to dwell too much on, what I would go back and try to do differently.
As we know, the movie was a major hit in 2023, super successful, the biggest horror movie of 2023 as well. How does that feel, seeing that happen?
It's nice. That part is nice. It's more important to me that if the critics had loved it, but the fan base was grumbling and saying, wait, this isn't how it is in the lore, wait, we didn't like this, I don't like how they did this and this, and the fan base was unhappy, that would be a failure to me. I'm perfectly happy with all the critics hating it and the fan base reacting positively to it. So
yes,
it is nice that the movie was successful. However, that is not the correct metric by which to judge the success of this movie. And in fact, opening night, which was Thursday night, where I am, I went to the very first showing, and the theater was pretty much empty. There were only a couple other people in there, but it was a 1 o'clock showing. But still, I saw that as kind of a bad sign. But I just watched it anyway. Then I went to the next showing, which was just later in the evening, and I told myself I wasn't going to go online. I wasn't going to read any reviews. I had already told everybody at Blumhouse, and I told my legal team, don't talk to me, don't call me, don't email me, don't send me charts, don't send me facts or figures. I don't want to hear anything about anything. I'm going through this whole weekend blind. I just want to experience what everybody else is experiencing. Well, before I went into that second showing, I was just by myself. And then later that evening, my whole family was coming into town, by the way. My whole family was going to come in town and watch the movie with me that night. But this showing, I was still seeing by myself. I was checking my email, and I accidentally saw one of the reviews. And I saw that it was terrible. And that opened the floodgates, and I went and started reading all of the other reviews. And I immediately texted my family saying, don't come. Don't come. You know, this is over. I want to be by myself. And I was already thinking in my head, like, how am I going to write a letter to Blumhouse apologizing for this? How am I going to write a letter to the fans apologizing to this for just wasting everybody's
Damn, bro.
And I was just incredibly depressed. But somehow Jason Blum caught wind of this. I don't know who I asked the question to or what I said, but, you know, he started just bombarding me with text messages saying, Scott, the fans love it. The fans love it. You know, the movie's a big hit. Everything's great. He was just, you know, in all caps, everything all caps. My phone was just blowing with all caps texts. And so he really talked me through that to try to encourage me that even though the critics hated it, you know, there was a lot. There was.
Did you see? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I had my family coming to town anyway, and we just sat in a packed theater and listened to, you know, the cheers and enthusiasm, and it really lifted my spirits. But, you know, for a couple of hours there, man, I was pretty distraught. I thought the whole thing was just a complete disaster.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't. It all worked out okay. You know, it all worked out okay.
Yeah.
And again, the movie's not perfect. There's definitely room to improve. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that it was, in general, received well by the fan base.
The second movie, which is, you know, it's been announced that it's going to be coming out in 2025. Is it December 2025?
Yeah, December 5th, 2025, I think.
Is there anything exciting to talk about on the second movie? Anything you want to say?
Come on.
I'm not going to give away.
No, come on, please.
But I
Please.
will say
Yes.
that I'm following kind of the same formula where the first movie is focused on the first game.
Bro, we already knew that. Oh
Tradition
my
onward
gosh.
with future movies, and I think that is absolutely the way to go. And I think everyone's going to be really, really excited for what's planned for the second one. You know, the first one was really challenging because it's so much setup. It's like, how do you establish all of this? But now that we have that launch pad, where to go from there came a lot just more natural. It felt a lot more natural, and we were able to really craft just a really great story.
We're watching the Scott Cawthon interview,
So I'm
bro.
really excited about
2.0.
it. I won't say anything more, but I'm really hopeful that everyone's going to really love it.
We already knew this,
It's
bro.
going to come around December 2025.
Yeah, so exciting. And is Emma back and everything?
Oh yes,
as
yeah,
well?
Emma's going to be back. She did such a great job on that first one, you know.
No, make it scarier. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what about Hellbound 2? Bro!
We just got the trailer, another trailer, a couple like last week, and it looks amazing. It looks so good. How has it been working on the game based on a Fazbear Fright story?
It's definitely been a unique experience. You know, I first started talking to Meg. I mean, it's been years and years since that game has been in development, and originally it was just supposed to be a little novelty one-off, like, oh yeah, here's this little company that makes 16-bit cartridges, and that was immediately appealing to me because I'm all about the Super Nintendo. So if I could make something that would come on a Super Nintendo cartridge, you know, sign me up. That was the most exciting thing, the most exciting product that I'd ever worked on. It was still just supposed to be a novelty, but as the development went on, everybody was looking at it thinking, this looks pretty good. This actually looks really good.
I hate those kids that are like, OMG. FNAF, I'm such a big fan. I never played the games or watched the movie. Yeah.
Just a little simple novelty game, but they just kept going, and I kept looking at thinking, yeah, keep going. And they kept going, and I would keep looking at it, and it just turned into this big, full-fledged, full-sized game. So we obviously decided to venture away from strictly the cartridges, so that everybody can be able to play it on Steam and everything. But it's really unique. It's just a really, really unique game, and I do love that it really gets into just this really gritty these kind of gritty graphics that I haven't seen since, well, I guess since the late 90s, whenever you had those point and click type adventures and you had that real kind of that pixelated art style that can be really creepy at times. I don't know. It's going to be a really unique experience, and I think that everyone's going to really be excited about it. I really do.
Awesome. I can't wait to play it. How has it been working with Megacat Studios then?
Oh, it's been great. It's been really great. I really haven't had to give them. I mean, I have had to give them direction, but for the most part, it's been weird. They would go into the hole for 6, 7, 8 months at a time, and I wouldn't hear anything from them, to the point where I thought, is this okay? And I would even, I talked to the other people that I work with, like, is this game okay? Is this going to be okay? Are they okay? Do I need to check on this? We need to check on them over there. But then I would get an update, and it would just be all this crazy new stuff. And all this
When FNAF
crazy
Fortnite,
detail,
we don't know if it's
just crazy.
FNAF
crazy
Fortnite, but
stuff.
they're gonna
And then
announce
go
it
back to
tomorrow.
again for 5, 6, 7 months, and then we just repeat that cycle. But now here we are finally at the end of that road, and I think it's just turned out really great. Like I said, really unique, and I think everybody's going to really like it.
The reaction to the trailer has been amazing.
Talk about Help 102.
Back about it, super excited.
Talk about Help 1, bro.
The story of Into the Pit as well. Into the Pit's probably my favourite Fazbear Fright story. So with all the positive feedback about it, what do you see for the future of FNAF spin-offs made by
None. No more.
studios in the future?
Make the game.
It's definitely a possibility.
Bro!
I'd really like them to start working on Fetch. I think Fetch would make a really good game after this. Some stories obviously cater more toward being a good game than others.
Will you stream it?
But there's something really
I'll probably stream
scary
tomorrow, yeah.
about the thought of something always being out there and kind of watching your house, and then trying to come in and do things for you. Like, this is kind of a scary thought. The thought that I might be online shopping looking for a specific thing and somehow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna play real-time FNAF.
Receiving that.
That's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna play
Come to
real-time
me,
FNAF tomorrow.
Sneak inside and put it somewhere without me knowing that it was there. This is a creepy scenario. It's a creepy setup, and I think it'd be a really cool game to have to stop this thing, because obviously Fetch was out doing a lot of menacing things, to have to sneak around a neighborhood and stop this thing that's sneaking around so undetected. I don't know. I think it'd be a really cool game. So
This interview is not AI.
We'll see.
As the franchise has grown bigger, what challenges have you faced with running
It's
a
Joe,
franchise of this size? Is there anything you could be doing better?
I think something I should have maybe been doing better is I should have had a better structure in place as far as people to talk to the fan base. I've always kept that on myself all during the years, and in the early years, I think that worked great because it was a little indie game, a little indie community, and then me, the indie dev, just chatting with the community and talking. But as the years go by and the franchise gets bigger and bigger, I don't know. I feel like I've slowly kind of lost touch with the fan base. Unfortunately, it's not that same. It's not that same relationship that it used to be. I really used to
Damn,
enjoy
bro.
chatting with everybody and just kind of I don't know. And I guess that's expected, because FNAF is more of a big kind of just kind of a bigger thing now, and it's bigger than one person, and I can't just pretend like I can hop online and chat with everybody and solve everybody's problems anymore. Used to, I kind of could. I could just go in there and chat with everybody and resolve little problems as if it was like just a squabble on a forum. I can always just step in and solve it, but it's just not the same. And I think that I should have realized that sooner. And I'm really only realizing that this year, that I really need to have a better structure in place. And the fan base deserves that. The franchise deserves that. The fan base deserves that, to have more people in charge and running a Twitter page and official news feeds. An official news feed, so that there's not so much confusion about what's real and what's not real, and real news and fake news, and is this confirmed, is this not confirmed. I could have avoided years of that if I just kind of had a better structure in place with people to listen to, and like I said, a news feed and someone else to just provide better answers to the fan base. So I'm trying to get all that in place, and I really think I think it would just better serve the fan base, and I think everybody would be a little happier if it's not just me trying to jump in and straighten things out when needed.
Yeah, I think the Twitter's a great idea.
Yeah.
We're recording this in June, but it was announced today. Schedule for what's coming out during that week is really exciting and really good. So people can get excited for the anniversary. They kind of know what's coming, which is really exciting. And communication like that, movie to look forward to. Is there anything else you could hint at for the future?
Come on, 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 come on.
Excited for the future?
One of the good things is going to be coming from
Yes!
but that's going to be announced here in this same week.
Let's go!
So I think that's in fact, I'm not sure if it was right before this or
Please,
after.
it has
It might
to.
have been
Please
right
be a new game.
Today, yes.
Be a new game.
yesterday. Okay.
Into the Pit is not
About the movie,
like.
and right now
Be
the books,
a mainline game,
these,
please.
Interactive books, which I read things like that growing up, and so I'm excited about those. And I've tried to add some depth into those to where you can actually collect items in them and things like that. So it's really not just about picking a path; it's about picking a path and getting something, and then going to the other path and being able to use something. So it makes it more interesting and more intricate. But yeah, I mean that's the plan for movies, games.
This is how I feel
and
with
books.
Nintendo
I already
Directs.
told you my hope for the next.
Me too.
Cat game.
I used to watch Nintendo Directs all the time, but I just can't anymore.
And there is another
the-
game planned.
all the games they announce are terrible.
Steel Wool, but that's not going to be announced for a while yet. So I can't talk about that. But there is something down the pipe.
Yes!
Okay.
Even beyond what's being announced this week, there's something beyond.
What?
But I can't talk.
What?
Yeah, so I won't spoil anything.
Dude, let's go.
I read the week before, guys, and it is good. So please, check it out when it comes out. I'm looking forward to the Into the Pit one. VIP is the interactive novel VIP another one as well?
Yes. Yeah. VIP is one that I did with Scholastic, just like the others. It's just going to be free. It's specifically for this event. I mean, I might still be included in a box set later down the road, but no, for this week, it was made specifically for this event by the same author, I believe, as the week before. So if you enjoyed that one, you'll enjoy VIP. And I really love the story for VIP. I'm not going to ruin it, but it might be one of my favorites. So hopefully everybody really enjoys that.
That's awesome. I'm pretty sure it comes out before the interview, so
I stopped watching in February.
future me, if you're watching, probably loved it. There is a collab announcement tomorrow from this interview.
Yes!
Whatever it is, I don't know, but it seems that you've been more open with collaborations with games recently, the Funko one as well. Are you more open to more collabs since we last spoke during the last interview? Would you be interested in whatever it is, I don't know, like Fortnite or Dead by Daylight? Have those popped into your head at all? Or?
I'm very careful with collaborations because I want to protect the brand and I want to make sure that Five Nights at Freddy's stays as Five Nights at Freddy's. And there are some games where even if I really enjoy the game, it just doesn't feel like a good match.
Oh, that confirms it, bro. That confirms that Fortnite's not happening. Fortnite's not happening.
Feeling.
It's not a Fortnite collab, it can't
So
be.
that's really been my only hesitancy. I feel
It
like
cannot be a Fortnite collab.
branching out a little bit, and I am a little bit more open to
It
this
can't be.
than
Let's read the
maybe I
chat.
was in early years, but I'm still very careful.
Let's read the chat. What's the chat
see,
saying?
We'll see how things go.
Okay. Anything else you would like to add to finish off the interview?
Yeah, no
Let's see
Fortnite.
here.
It's not Fortnite. Yeah, it's not Fortnite.
I think things are in a good
That
place.
confirms
Like
it.
I said, I think that the things that are on the horizon are all things to be excited about, and I think that everybody's going to really enjoy. The things that the fan base really going to enjoy.
Is he not gonna talk about Help Wanted
I
2?
wish I could talk about those more, but I don't feel like I can.
So do you think we're going to have another interview in 10 years' time?
It doesn't have to be 10 years. We can try to do this a little bit more often.
Right, what, every 5 years?
Yeah, every 5 years. There we go.
Okay. Shaking your hand.
Just make it a regular thing.
Okay, awesome. The biggest thing that everybody has been begging me for this interview when I announced it is the box. That is, everybody just wants to know anything about it because it
Oh my
is-
gosh.
It's the biggest mystery out of the
Come
whole
on.
10 years of FNAF, I would say. Maybe Midnight Motorist is number 2. But yeah, I'd say the box is the biggest mystery that everybody wants. Like, even a tiny snippet of something. Help.
Okay. Well, I can try to give somewhat of an answer to that, even though it might not be extremely satisfying for a lot of people. So I would encourage people to turn off the interview if they don't want an answer that they might not be happy with. But whenever
Okay.
I'm playing these games,
I'm not turning it
there
off.
are a lot of things that are in my head that are just flowing ideas, and when I have them and put them there, it's the first half of something. It's like a string or a rope, just like reaching out, and I know that what's there on the other end is there. I trust that it's there. I know that it's there, and then whenever I progress forward, the rest of that just reappears. The rest of it appears and just fits into place perfectly. That's how all my games have been made. I feel that there is something there, and I make the roads to get there for that to be revealed. But then sometimes when things do progress, the roads aren't always the same roads as the ones that had been planned before. And so what that means is, even though at the time something was definitely there, something was definitely reaching out to be there, and I could feel that it was there, the progression
Fork
of the
knife.
story didn't go there. And so those strings never got pulled on, and those in the other half of that idea remained in the ether, remained in my subconscious. All of that to say, there is something in the box, but I never pursued it, and I don't know if I can find it again. And I think that that's the best answer that I can possibly give for that.
Scott, thank you so much for the interview. Myself and everybody really just appreciate it. We're looking forward to the future. We're looking forward to this week.
Where's the fork knife and knife update? I don't know.
It's probably stressing out, playing all the demos and getting ready for Into the Pit in a few days. I'm so excited for Into the Pit. I really, really am. And all the fanverse stuff as well. My Pop Goes and The Joy of Creation, that demo. I'm looking forward to playing all of those as well and reading the new book. There's a lot in that week. I'm going to just be MIA that whole week. I've already told my friends and family, like, I'm not going to be here for the whole week. Just don't call me, don't text me. I'm going to be in this room just doing everything I can that week. And yeah, we really do appreciate it. So yeah, I think that's it. Which is really weird.
Damn.
That hour went so quick. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Without you guys watching the channel, I wouldn't be doing this in the first place, interviewing Scott. So it really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic 10-year anniversary week, and you all enjoyed yourselves playing the demos and reading the books and stuff, and we're excited for Into the Pit. And Steel Wars announcement as well. That's so exciting.
Damn, bro.
But yeah, thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. So yeah, we'll both leave now.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me, Doctor. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Scott. Bye, guys.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. Let's go. Hold on, sorry. That was really good. That was really good. That was great. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm not sure what to do next. Should I end the stream? I think I might end the stream. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna try and stream tomorrow. Real time FNAF. I'm gonna try and beat it. It's gonna be like impossible, but yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. That was actually sick. That was sick. But, yeah. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow, probably.